Hey there viewers, it's Charlie. I'm back again with another Transformers review. And today's review is going to be on Titan's Return Soundwave. Or in this case, the version from the Bumblebee Greatest Hits toy line. But although it's the same figure as Titan's Return Soundwave, so for the rest of the video, I'm just going to call it Titan's Return Soundwave. But yeah, unlike the Soundwave that I've recently reviewed for Cybertron Soundwave, this guy's, well, not a Walkman, but a boombox. Because, well, this guy is a retool of Titan's Return Blaster. So yeah, that's why he has this handle, as that's a leftover from Blaster. I mean, he's still a tape player, though this is just leftover from Blaster. However, if you want this guy to look more like the original Soundwave, you can move this bit down, and there we go. That looks more like Soundwave. So yeah, if you leave the little handle bit down, then this looks like Soundwave. But I'm just going to leave it up to mildly infuriate you, because I am a very mean person. But yeah, as I said, this is a retool of Blaster, which is pretty funny because normally Blaster comes after Soundwave. So yeah. And, well, the stereo mode is actually pretty detailed. I mean, let's have a look here. Here we've got, well, I don't know what this is, but that looks pretty cool. We got, I think there's like, what channel you want to choose, FM or AM. We got, I think that's megahertz. I'm pretty sure I got that wrong. I don't know stereos, because keep in mind, I was born in an era where we pretty much used to use YouTube and Spotify for music. I don't use cassette players. I'm a modern kid. Well, was a modern kid. I was a modern kid. I'm a teenager now. I'm part of the age range where we use YouTube and Spotify for music now. So I don't really use cassette players, so I don't really know all this stuff. So if I make you feel old, then I'm sorry. But yeah, I don't use cassette players. I'm a teenager, so I use YouTube for music. But we got this bit of detailing here, which is pretty cool. Got this, which would be the record button, I'm pretty sure. Got play. We got stop. We got fast forward, got rewind. Now, this would be the eject button, although it's not working. There we go. So, he can eject the cassette, and the one he comes with, it's not an actual cassette, although it's more like a TV remote, because it's got a little pause thing here. So you can't put it, this is when my tongue stops working, you can put it in here, and close that up, which is pretty cool. It's not like how cassettes go into the original Soundwave figure, but it's still cool. And if you have any of the Titan's Return, like, cassette figures, like, I think, Rumble, Frenzy, and Laserbeak, and Ravage, then they can go in here. Although I think Frenzy was just part of the Bumblebee toy line. And I think Ravage was recolored into Howlback. I'm just going by what I remember. Turning the figure around, we got a bit of detailing here for another mode. Got the back, which, well, we got holes everywhere, but here we have what looks like a USB port. I don't have any near me right now, but I'm pretty sure that could hold a USB thing. In fact, hold on. I'm just going to get one quickly. Okay, here we go. I've got a little USB thing. This is for a little Bluetooth mouse that I use for my laptop. Oh. Of course, it wouldn't be a USB thing if you don't try it without turning it upside down. Oh, it does actually fit. Not fully, but you can fit a USB thing in there. Now the issue is getting it out. So... yeah. Oh. Oops. Well, that sucks. Sorry I had to see that, if you'll just excuse me. That was my fault. Okay, sorry about that, I can't get it out, but after the review I can use some tweezers, but for the rest of the review you're gonna have to deal with a broken USB thing stuck in his leg, but I'm sure I can repair that after the video. But moving on, next to the USB thing that I've pretty much blocked off due to my utter stupidity, here we have a headphone jack. Yep, I'm gonna take a risk. And yeah, headphones do actually work on this. Well, they do fit in the ports. They don't actually, like, they do fit in the port, although they don't let you listen to music. And unlike with the USB thing, this comes out with ease. Here we have what will be a power button, I guess, for the stereo. The underneath, which is pretty much just the legs. And well, that's pretty much it for the stereo mode. Although this mode does have pretty cool usage for all of its accessories. For example, the usual solder cannon, because this can plug into here. There we go. The gun, which is just a recolor of Blaster's gun, it can actually fit into here. And it actually resembles an antenna, which is really cool. And well, here we have his Titan Master. With the original Titan's Return release, this guy was known as Soundblaster, after the Headmaster's character. Although with this version, this guy is named Doombox. I don't know about you, but Soundblaster is a way cooler name, and I'm just gonna call him Soundblaster. I greatly prefer that name. But if my camera will focus, he's just a little Soundwave. I mean, he's got Soundwave's head, he's got his little chest, little detailings in the little waist section. It's just a little Soundwave, and that's cute. But then head mode. Oh, I see Soundwave turn bold. Well, bold, if I can even speak. I mean, we all know that Soundwave's bold, but I had no idea that he's actually bald. Okay, confusion aside, he can fit into this little fake set thing here. If we can just do that. There we go. Because you know how with most Titan's Return figures, the Titan Master could ride inside the vehicle? Well, keep in mind, Blaster and Soundwave are not vehicles in this toy line, so the Titan Master had to be integrated somehow, and this is how they decided to do it. So yeah. Pretty cool. Now, for comparison, here he is with my other Soundwaves. for Cybertron Soundwave and RAD Soundwave. And Time's Return Soundwave definitely stands out because, well, he's not a vehicle, he's just a oversized stereo. Well, getting these two out the way. Before I get onto the robot modes, remove these. And remove the little fake cassette thing with Soundblaster in it. Oh, and before you ask, yes, if this guy's Time Master is called Soundblaster, yes, Blaster's Time Master is indeed called Twincast. Hasbro, you're amazing. But before we get to the robot mode, this guy has a bass mode. How you can get a stereo to turn into a bass, only Hasbro knows. But well, to do that, let's try and open up these front panels. Take the feet sections here and flip them out. Take this section and flip it up. There we go. Now the arms, just unpeg them, rotate them, and move them up. There we go. Then rotate the arms around for the guns. And on this copy, the gun here is pretty loose on this copy, so I just have the arm all the way back. Then have the tray out, so you can flip that out, and also if I can, there we go, flip this little section out. Take the shoulder cannon thing. Oh, drop it because your fingers hate you. Plug that in. Take the gun. Plug it in wherever you want. Take the little cassette thing. Plug that up here, as I've seen on some other reviews. I'm not sure how, because this is my first time doing it. Yeah, I'll just lay that on. There we go. And with the Titan Master, I could just try and get him into a sitting position off camera because his arms are really tight. And then just sit him in the little section here. There we go. And finally, normally these, well, we have these ramp sections here, and normally these fold up for when he's in the other modes, but on my copy, these bits just come off way too easily, so I leave them off on the other modes. So if I can just try and figure out how I can put them back on. Oh, damn it. Okay, there we go. That's one arm. That's one ramp on. I'm getting words mixed up here because I'm a retard. Now I'm being And now this isn't even going on. Now I'll just pretend that's on. There we go. This is pretty much Soundwave's bass mode. And I have to say, I'm not really a big fan of this mode. I think this is a little bit silly. They clearly just wanted to put in another mode to excite children, so they just gave us this. So, yeah. Let's just get on with the robot mode, eh? Okay now, so returning Soundwave to his stereo mode, let's get him transformed into his full-on robot mode. So let's start off by popping these panels again. And untapping the legs. Move the foot out. And extend the entire leg out. Take what was the front of the stereo mode, and I'm sorry my camera's wobbling, I know. Fold this around. Let's try and get this more stable. There we go. Try and get the foot out because my fingernails are too short. Oh, there we go. There's a little tab at the front. I'm just checking to see if I did that right. Oh, there we go. There was a little tab that wasn't incorrectly. There we go. The broken USB thing's still in there. I promise when I finish the review, I'll try and get it out with some tweezers. But with the other leg, try and do the same thing if it'll let you. So just give me a quick minute. Okay, now. Almost done. There we go. You can stand perfectly fine now. And well, before I get to the actual robot mode, if you fold down the handle and lean him forward, well, here you can actually achieve Soundwave's original cartoon Cybertronian lamppost mode if you want to. This is just the fan mode, but it's awesome that you can actually do this. But we'll get the fists out. Like so. Come to the back here. There we go. Get the helmet. There we go. Next up, get Soundblaster. Fold him into his little head mode. Just attach him on here. There we go. Just get the helmet on. And here we have Soundwave in his robot mode. Just need to attach on the shoulder cannon. There we go. Now that's Soundwave. So yeah, this is definitely a Soundwave figure. I mean, sure, in the back we have that weird handle thing from Blaster, but aside from that, this definitely looks like Blaster. It definitely looks like Soundwave. Yeah, my brain's just getting fried from all the figures I've been reviewing recently. Well, having a look at the head with the helmet on. Yeah, that's definitely Soundwave's head, which was actually the inspiration for the Decepticon insignia. So yeah, that's pretty cool. Now, this figure's articulation. Well, the head can move around a little bit. Not entirely because of the cannon, but it can move around. The arms are in a tight ratchet. Got elbows here that can move around. My phone can glitch around. Thanks to the transformation, this guy can T-pose. There's nothing at the waist, sadly. If you move this up, legs can move up, can move back. Got knees. These can swivel. Can do the splits if you want to. And I guess he's got a little bit of articulation. Now I'll just give him his gun. So yeah, that definitely looks pretty cool. And compared to my other Soundwave figures, I think Time's Return Soundwave is definitely the best looking of them. Just in my opinion. So yeah. And well, I guess for storage you can put this in his chest again just to store it. There we go. And well, that's pretty much all I have to say. Now, complaints. Well, let's just say I don't recommend trying to put an actual USB thing in the figure. Because remember what happened? Yeah. Maybe not try that at home. But well, an actual complaint is the fact that the ramps, which I've removed, can come off a bit too easily in on the figure, so I just leave them off. Another complaint is, well, I just think the base mode's a bit gimmicky in my opinion. But other than that, I just love how this figure looks. And well, do I recommend them? Well, I would say there are better posable Soundwave figures, so if you really want this guy, then go ahead. But if you want a really posable Soundwave, then I'd say go for the Masterpiece Soundwave or the Siege Soundwave. But if you really want this guy, then go ahead, because, well, for the time, this was a really good figure, and it does hold up today, although it has been surpassed by the Siege figure, and it's retool, so it has the stereo mode. So yeah, this has been my review on Time's Return Soundwave, and this is Charlie Young, signing off.